Hey YouTube, this video is another one on the Bambu printers. Got two going. What I didn't mention in the last video is these little feet that I created. I have this desk that you can raise up and down, and it kind of seemed, let me go a little out further, they move so fast that it like shakes the table. So I was concerned that it was going to affect the prints, but doesn't seem too bad. Well, it was. And so, I mean, again, you can just find these prints. You can buy them, these feet, for the Bambu Labs printers. Right from Bambu Labs, they're more squishy. But if you watch this, kind of resting my hand on the table, and it's kind of shaking because that's what happens with the printers. I was trying to get you to see. You can kind of see that it's moving up and down. Now that was printed with PLA. There's different types of, excuse these stupid prints. These are for other people. Let me get rid of those. And this one, apologize. But the point is, for the video, is there's things that you can print for your printers. Again, you can print the sides, the front, the other side, the top, to keep the heat in. So that way you can print different types of filament. Right now I'm still just printing PLA. I'm still testing these. I have AGA, I think it's called. AVA. I don't know, let's go see. Because I wanted to, some people wanted me to print some bird houses. So it's ASA, sorry. So it's much more durable, and it's good in weather, weather resistant, good thermal, blah, 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 all that stuff. But in order to print that, you have to have high heat. So maintain the heat inside these, which is why I'm going to need, sides, the front door, the top, the whole thing. Still debating whether or not to just buy them from Bambu Labs. I think what I'm going to do is buy one from Bambu Labs. It'll cost about $150 with a bunch of extras that go inside. There's a fan that goes like right in this area that kind of like blows this way, and it's all sealed and so on and so forth. So I might just do one with the Bambu Labs, and then the other one keep open, because I do print a lot of PLA stuff. So again, the purpose of the video is just to once again show you, how fast it prints. It's pretty amazing, very fast, as you can see, like a million times faster than an Ender 3. Like, it can't do anything like that. And here's another print that I got going on over here. These are lion's feet. So what I've been doing is like printing a lot of things for the house. What I realized is there's a lot of things you can print. So like, let's say you wanted to do like decorative, how they have the trim, crown molding, they call it, so on and so forth. There's so many different types of prints. You can get prints right for the corner, and then do some nice crown molding, another corner piece, so on and so forth. Rather than buying them in the store, you can print them out yourself. These are going to go at my mantle, and I'll bring you down there real quick and show you. So I printed out a lot of these things for my mantle, and you can't really even tell, or you'd never even know, that they were not carved in with the wood. Again, here's the lines that you guys have seen since the last video. But let's go in here. Alexa, turn on family room light. So here's my family room. I've printed Printed this lion recently, which is pretty cool. That was also done with the Bambu Labs. But looking at these, or this whole setup, so that lion there, and all this stuff was not here on my mantle. Printing out for this bottom section right here, just a lion's foot, like the old school tubs that had lion's feet. And I'm gonna put another one there. That's what I'm printing right now. But looking at this, I mean, you'd never know that this wasn't part of this mantle in the first place. You know, if you back up, again, that lion and that lion wasn't there either. And it just makes a more dramatic effect. Again, Greek statues, whatever. I printed that one actually with the ender. Printed that with Bambu Labs. And looking at this, it's called a palladium window. Anybody that knows how arches are created, there's always a keystone, and it's typically like right in here, and that is the deciding factor of keeping the archway. So I'm keeping with these same lions, like that. I just put this one up here, and let me zoom in a little. Same lion, but in the shape of the keystone in the background. And these are just little squares with a circle, but I, again, 3D print, stuck that there, just to make it a little more dramatic. And my point is, there's a lot of things that you can print with a 3D printer and also incorporate it into your house. Again, you know, this fireplace just looks a little bit more awesome with it. I did not print this or that or that or that. Again, I printed the lion, printed that, printed that, printed that, printed this Jesus statue right here, which I really liked, and tons of other prints. Point is, Bambu Labs is awesome, and I haven't had any issues at all whatsoever in printing anything. And Echo, turn off family room light. And that's all I kind of wanted to show you guys. I mean, my bedroom, I could show you a bunch of statues that I made, but I don't want to freak you all out. Again, make you think that I'm some sort of pervert or whatever. I just like Greek stuff. Here's another one I just recently made. The cool thing, again, see how it's green and black? So I ran out of the green. Now the green, they gave me free green when I bought 2 of them. So they gave me a whole roll when I bought this one, and another one when I bought this one. So I just like to use them up because I'm gonna paint it anyways. It's just 3 Greek women dancing, whatever. And I'm gonna paint it anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But what I was saying before, the cool thing about Bambu Labs that the Ender 3s don't do, unless you upgrade them and so on and so forth, but even if you do, still not as good. So when it runs out of filament, it stops. That's the cool thing. And it lets you know, gives you notification. Ender 3s, it won't stop. So unless you have the filament sensor. So what happens is, now here's the other thing. Bambu Lab, like Ender 3s print from down up. Bambu Labs print from up down until, you know, the whatever you're printing is fully printed. Totally different design, whatever. But what I'm saying is, like, if you run out of filament, let's say this is an Ender and it's printing from down up. It'll be printing, runs out of filament, let's say right here, this level. It's just gonna keep going with no filament. And then you're gonna figure it out, like all the way up here when it stopped down here. And it's like, now there is a way to get it to start printing back where it was. Very difficult to do. I was able to do it twice. So it is possible. But the great thing about these is you don't have to worry about that. If it runs out of filament, it just knows, shuts it down, and that's it. Sends you a notification. Turns it down, all the heats, all that stuff, whatever. And then whenever you're ready to, let's say you weren't home or whatever, come home and, put more filament in and hit play, and it just picks up where it left off. It'll heat the bed again. I'm actually not sure. I don't think it actually shuts the bed heat down. I think it's just the nozzle. Because if you shut the bed heat down, then the model can come free easily from the bed. So I think it keeps the bed heat on, but shuts the nozzle heat off. So you're not wasting as much energy. Let's say you're not home. But it just makes it seamless. Tonight, I was downstairs and, I was printing this thing. Told me, hey, you're out of filament, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, whenever I felt like coming back up to change it, I just change it to black. Doesn't matter. It's like I said, I'm painting it white, and no big deal. Picks up exactly where it left off. I mean, you can see how close that is. It's like no issues at all. So that's basically all I wanted to say, you guys. This has been my experience with the Bambu Labs so far. I have had one issue with tree supports, and I had a fail, but I've had numerous fails with Ender 3, and that was just me trying to use less filament, if you will, for the tree supports compared to, like, they have an automatic setting for tree supports. But I watched some YouTube videos and I tried to, make the tree supports come off even easier, so on and so forth, and ended up making the print fail, unfortunately. So that's just a trial and error that everybody's going to do. It's not the fault of the Bambu Labs printers, it's just my fault, really, for following what somebody else did. Again, it also depends on the print that you're printing. And, even though the print failed, wasn't a really big deal, other than losing all that filament and the time. I didn't have to adjust anything. I didn't have to, fix the whole thing, re-level the beds, all this other stuff that would happen with, the Ender 3s. I just realized it was an issue. Okay, started over. The filament was kind of low, so I put brand new filament in. That's this one right here, and started over again. No big deal. And I changed the setting for the tree supports, the adjustment that I had made. I don't know how this is the one that failed, is going to turn out. We're looking at hours from now, which would have taken, so it's 10 hours and 54 minutes. On a Ender 3, you're looking at like 2 days. Literally. I'm not even exaggerating. Because it's just so much slower. And the print I'm making is like the size of this tiki back here. It's very large. So basically that's all I got, guys. As I continue to, test these things, and if I find any, tips and stuff that I can share, I'll share it on YouTube. And that's about it. So thanks for watching my last video, guys. Thanks for watching this one. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, reach out to me on YouTube. I always get back to everybody. If you watch my last video, you can see that, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, YouTube.